Alright, welcome back to Adobe Muse CC. In this tutorial we're going to continue working with text. You will have noticed that the site has changed a little bit. For one thing, the image has dropped up a little bit, and that's because I have this additional line here, this tagline. They are known to bite you. What I want to share with you is what happens when you override the actual styles you have already created. So I have a heading 1 style, which is what this is, but I want to modify it. So the first thing I want to do is change the actual typeface and or actually the font. So I'm going to change the size to 36. As soon as I do that, the image relocates, but also you'll notice here in the paragraph styles, again, if you just click on paragraph styles to open it up, you get a little plus at the end. What that really means is basically, do you want to redefine selected areas? Do you want to clear overrides? Or do you want to actually unlink the style from the selection? So what happens if I redefine it? I mean, we know what unlinked is, basically removes it, but and then clearing the override styles, but actually applying it, redefining it, will actually redefine the top line here, which is not what I really want to do. So I'm going to hit Control Z or Command Z on the Mac. What I actually want to do is unlink it. So I'm going to unlink it by clicking on that and then add a new layer style. So click the new layer style button, double click on that, and I'm going to call it zombie tagline. There we go. And this is going to be like essentially a heading 2, subheading. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK. I am going to change some other things to it. I'm going to click in here and choose the red. And I'm actually going to make it italic by clicking on the italic icon here. And you'll see the plus sign again. So this time what I want to do is actually I can click on redefine, or I can clear the overrides. Either one will kind of work. Basically it just sets it up. This is what it is here. Now the zombie 1, 2, and 3 I actually want to change. This is actual set up as regular paragraph style, and what I want to do is make these heading 2s but a different style of heading 2. I actually like the size of them. I think they're fine, and I like the color, but in the text attributes there's a couple things I want to change. Actually, if I double click on this one, we can see it in action here. Click on the text. I actually want to make them bold. So if I click on the top T here, the first T, and then I actually want to make it all uppercase. So those two attributes. And again, you'll see the little plus sign. This time around, I definitely want to change it to a different kind of heading because I don't want my all my other paragraph styles to actually change. So I'm going to click on the unlink and then click on create new style. And as soon as I do that, what will happen? Whoops, I actually double clicked. What will happen is I'll get a new style here. Let me undo one more time here. And here it is, paragraph style 1. And I'm going to call this zombie numbers. So that way I kind of understand what it's about for this style name. And then down here where it says paragraph, I'm going to choose the heading 2 and then click OK. So each of these, all I gotta do is highlight it and you'll see it's paragraph, but now I want to change to zombie. So I'm going to highlight it and change that one to zombie also. The last thing I want to do is actually create lists. So I have a list over here on the left, exposed muscle, torn skin, blood stains, and so forth, that are basically zombie attributes. And I want to make this either unordered or ordered lists. As you know, in HTML, by coding by hand, it would take a little bit of time. It wouldn't take a ton of time, but a little bit to actually add the list attribute tag, the H tag, for each one of these. You basically have to wrap them around each one in the code view. But in Muse, just like Dreamweaver in a lot of ways, you can simply click a button. So up here we have the unordered lists and the ordered lists, and so I can click in here and choose different unordered lists. There's the bullet, there's the white circle, and then there's the hyphen menu. And then all the ordered lists, which are essentially either letters or numbers of some sort. You can basically click through and try those out and see which ones you like. I actually want to have the traditional bullet unordered list. I think works quite well for the site. So that's pretty much what I want to do. At this point, we're going to call it an end to this tutorial. Again, modifying our paragraph styles and creating lists in Adobe Muse CC. Until next time, cheers.